when I was a kid, we spent hours and hours in the kitchen in the summer making stewed tomatoes, canned tomatoes, all kinds of tomatoes. Stewed tomatoes are my favorite because they're delicious for one thing. You can use them just as they are as a side dish, or they're really good in casseroles instead of like diced tomatoes. You put the stewed tomatoes in, they have a little more flavor. All you need is some peeled tomatoes, about 2.5 pounds. If you don't know how to peel them, there's a video for that, and I'm linking it to this video, and I'll link it down in the down below too. You're going to need bell peppers, and I'm using frozen ones because I want several different colors, and I just keep frozen ones I keep them in the freezer so that I have them all the time. And onion, a little bit of sugar, and a little bit of butter, and that is it. Okay, I said that is it, but you're going to want salt and pepper too to taste. So the first thing you're going to do is, with your tomatoes, is remove the stem end. And you can either cut these in rounds like that, or you can dice them, whatever you prefer. I'm going to I'm not going to call that a dice, but I'm just going to chop mine up. And they don't have to be cut in exact pieces. They don't have to be pretty, because you're going to cook these down a little bit, and so it's not really going to matter. And some people take the seeds out. I don't bother, but you can certainly do that. Okay, we're gonna melt the butter in a skillet or a saucepan. I'm using the skillet for a couple of reasons. One, and it's not really as big as I would like, but I'm using it because it has a light background so you can see what's going on, and also because it's got short sides so you get more of a view. Okay, we're going to get that butter melted, and then once the butter's melted, we're going to put in the onions, peppers, and the tomatoes. Stir that up, and then I'm just going to add the sugar. You can leave the sugar out if you want, but why? It's so good. It's so good when it's done that way. We're going to stir that up and let that simmer for about 15 minutes. My mom, I guess she just got tired of cutting up so many tomatoes, but when she used to make stewed tomatoes, she would just pop them in there whole and just cook them like that. And if she wanted them for a casserole or whatever, then she broke them up when she used them. But anyway, so if it comes down to a time problem, you can always just add them whole and deal with the cutting and chopping up later. All right, I'm gonna let this come to a simmer and simmer it for 15 minutes, and then I'll be back. All right, y'all, it's been 15 minutes, and my tomatoes are all stewed. Everything's working together. I'm gonna give them a little taste. And this is where I'm gonna add salt and pepper. And you just want to do it to taste, maybe a little bit at a time. There's the salt. And a couple of twists of pepper. And give it another little taste. That's good. And that's really it. So easy. Well, y'all, these are the best stewed tomatoes ever. So if you get a ton of tomatoes out of your garden this year, you know what to do with them. You can freeze them, you can can them. Now I would suggest, if you're going to can them, that you go to the Ball Blue Book site and They have all kinds of instructions for canning tomatoes safely, and I would just rather that you all went to those experts rather than me, okay? But as far as the stewed tomatoes, these are delicious. They're perfect for casseroles. They're perfect as a side dish, scalloped tomatoes, whatever you want to make with them. And they are just so easy. To me, it's the very best thing that you can do with tomatoes from your garden. Okay, that's it for me this week. If you don't know how to peel the tomatoes, then be sure to watch my last video on how to peel tomatoes, okay? All right, that's it for me. I hope you'll subscribe. I hope you come back. I'll see y'all next week with another great recipe. Love y'all. Bye-bye.